you're really going to see on the way to the moon.
All right, here's the main problem.
Well, well, well. We are hopefully back again, and we should be, if indeed I have it correct. We should be live, right? From the rolling hills of Murrayshire in the far, far northeast corner of bonny, 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 bonny Scotland. Where else would you rather be, right? I know, there's nowhere. I know. Hey, what can I say? What can I say? It's the only place to be. God's great country here, bonnie Scotland, right? Sure. If I if I just keep telling myself that, repeat it. Repetition, right? It's the key. It's the master to controlling the mind, of course, right? We might talk a wee bit about that as the show goes on. But we are here. We should be live indeed. We are back again. What would it have been? I don't know, about a week ago, possibly longer. I'm unsure. But I recall we done a stream on geoengineering. Of course, yeah. How exciting. And yeah, hey, it is what it is. Clearly, it's a topic that um, I've got a bit of interest in. I was gonna say an attraction, but I don't know. I'm unsure if that's the correct word. But I'm certainly interested in it. Of course, stemming right back from an interest, I guess, again in the whole chemtrail scenario situation. Of course, deemed a conspiracy theory. Oh, it's just contrails. It's just water vapor. Yeah, totally. Nothing to worry about, right? Stemming back from then. So I'm going to probably continue to look at and cover geoengineering, right? So get used to it. Not that anybody complains, but yeah, people probably do think, oh, hell, not this again. Not this again, but yeah, likely, I don't know, in a week or so, we might get back into it. I mean, I kind of wish we never had to. Do you know? I genuinely wish that we never had to. In this whole fucking climate change agenda, geoengineering agenda, it would just bloody go away. But it won't, man. It will not go away. And I mean, I hate to say it, but like I've said many times in the past now, I can see it happening in terms of what they call stratospheric aerosol injection. I can see it happening in the near future. Probably sometime after 2030, maybe on 2030, possibly. Between then and now, there's like we've talked about in the past, between then and that point, between now and that point even, there's gonna need they're gonna need to have particular, in their words, events that are gonna happen. So there's gonna be, I mean, they've told us, right? There's gonna be weather scenarios, weather events, freak weather events that are gonna sharpen the minds of the masses to geoengineering, in their words, man. So that's going to happen, and it's going to kind of coincide with the fact that they also do this thing where, I mean, they're masters at how they do it, but they do this thing where people think we're to blame because of the climate scenario. So yesterday or today, I seen an article talking about. Remember, they had the Hurricane Melissa in Jamaica. Well, climate change done it. So in the BBC of all people, right? They go to the for all you need to know. They're saying, "Oh, Melissa was so bad because well, climate change, right? Climate change done it." So I mean, they're blaming climate change on so-called, uh, maybe not freak, but severe weather events that, in my view, are clearly manipulated. But they'll blame climate change, so we're to blame for that as well. And of course, they've got this guilty kind of spell they cast on a lot of people who I shouldn't laugh. It's genuine. They feel guilt and anxiety about the climate. They think they've done it. It's their fault to the point where they don't want to be here anymore. And they also say, on top of that, well, you're failing to mitigate to get to target net zero. The weather events they're becoming worse, so that's another thing. So they're going to kind of coincide to a point where they come out and say, look, hey, we're going to have to implement plan B because we are failing as a as a people. We're failing. Look, you're driving to work, you're still eating a, I don't know, fucking bacon roll or what have you. And of course, so-called freak, severe weather events, they're going to happen. They'll be orchestrated, guaranteed, man. And of course, they're going to be waiting there with the answer. Look, you failed to get net zero, but look, we've got the answer, right? And it's geoengineering. Shock horror. Shock horror. I mean, I could be wrong, but fuck me, that's the way it's heading, man. That's the way we're going. I can't see it. I mean, it's heading that way. It might take a bit longer than I previously believed, but I can see them doing it. And like I said before, it's one that basically it has to stop, man. It's got to be stopped. I don't know how, but it's got to be. So we're likely in the next week or two, we'll get back into the whole climate change. And I noticed today or yesterday, they're having the whole COP, United Nations COP 30. And I thought, fucking hell, here we go. That'll likely be one of the starting points for the drum of geoengineering. They'll beat the drum. Oh, we need to do it now. It'll come from COP. It'll probably be COP 33, and they'll decide, look, you didn't do it. You did not achieve net zero. Look at what you've done. Look at the weather outside, and they blame us. I mean, it's quite incredible how they do it. But we'll get the blame. And of course, the whole net zero scenario, it was a complete and utter con. It was never. It was kind of built in a way where it would never be achieved by anybody or any nation, no matter what they done. It was impossible. So they set the impossible goal. And if we don't reach it, then, well, what do we do? Well, it's going to be fucking plan B, right? It'll be plan B. Mirrors in space, they'll call it. Look out for that one. And the curtains in the sea. So how far away is that? I don't know. But we're not currently at a point where they could come out and say, look, oh, it's a state of emergency. But that day will come. Kind of, I know it's been a bit of a party pooper, if you like. But that day will come, man. The day will come. They'll declare the climate's so bad now. It's like a global emergency, and everybody's a soldier against it. We're all going to be soldiers fighting against it. What is it again? What, the weather? Yeah, fighting against the weather. So yeah, look forward to that day. But when they do, yeah, that's when they'll probably say, look, we need to carry out geoengineering Do you know, it's like the train's already left the station with that one. How far it goes, I don't know. But they keep beating a drum about, look, if we do decide, look, we're going to start implementing stratospheric aerosol injection, once we start, we cannot stop. So they don't plan on stopping, right? And I mean, to what end? To what fucking end? Honestly. The things they do in terms of, oh, we're doing it on behalf of humanity for the benefit of the world, fucking no chance, man. Honest to God. And if they go ahead with this, it's gonna be devastating if they get if they get to do what they plan on doing. It'll devastate the environment, man. Devastate it. And it basically it's already happened. When you think about it now, in terms of the poison in the soil, the water, the food that we get, the air that we breathe, man, the continuous spraying. You know, and how far behind are we in terms of their agenda? Once a lot of people begin to realize, it tends to be too little too late. When you think of, I mean, where we are now, decades and decades of continuous spraying, to the point where, I mean, the sea and the water and the soil, it does not look good. And that's what we talked about before. Look, they're warning that if they do carry out the so-called stratospheric injection, the soil will be poisoned, the water will be fucked, the sea will be fucked. Well, kinda, actually, wait a minute, that's already the case, so maybe that's been the continuous spraying that we've seen. It's like it's already happened. And by the time we fucking realise, it's too late, man. So I don't know. I think we're a couple of big major so-called weather events away from a big call for geoengineering. It might only take one or two, but they won't miss. I mean, even if there was to be a natural freak weather event, they would say, well, climate change done it. Do you know? And they would jump on the back of it because they do not miss a chance. And I think Elon Musk is now talking about, I'm sure we talked about him before. He came out and talked about, look, we need to block out the sun, blah, blah, blah. And Bill Gates said it. You know, when, I mean, come on. When people like Bill Gates and Elon Musk, anything they talk about or back or promote, stay away from it, man. Do not go near it. Do not go near it. But people, they fall for it. They do. What can you do, right? What can you do? So there you go. We mentioned Melissa. I think when we done the stream before, it was that day the hurricane was going on. I've not looked at it since, but I did see a BBC article saying, well, climate change, it was because of climate change, right? So look at what you've done. Look at what you've done to Jamaica. How could you? How could you, right? All that driving to work, eating out, getting a takeaway. Look at what you've done. Now we're going to have to, what is it we're doing? Geoengineering. Oh yeah, spray the sky, put mirrors in space. I mean, fucking hell. Honest to God, man, where would the insanity ever end? It just simply does not end. Quite incredible when you think about it. So we're not going to be getting into. We might talk about it from time to time. Who knows? But we're not getting into the whole climate saga. I mean, there's a lot to be said there. quite incredible when you think back from about mid 1990 to where we are today, and how much focus and dedication and money is spent on this whole climate change agenda 2030, to the point where it's entwined in, well, let's face it, it's entwined in every single thing fucking possible, from education to, well, uh, big business. Also, if you're not net zero efficient, if you're not carbon efficient, you're not going to get promoted as a business, or you won't get any funds, and what have you. I mean, that's where we are, to the point where young kids and teenagers get anxiety and stress, worrying about the fucking climate, thinking that they've done it. Scared to even reproduce because they don't want to bring a child into the world that we've got now. I mean, fucking hell. Talk about shooting yourself in the foot, right? I mean, that's no hope in humanity whatsoever, man. And I overheard, as you didn't laugh, man. Honest to God, I overheard a conversation of a young woman, a young student, talking about that, and saying that she wouldn't reproduce in in this world that we're in now, and kind of say, talking about before that, how she they were worried about agenda 2030, because it was quite a big, they've kind of intertwined it again with the whole horticulture modules they've got in the universities in Scotland. So they've kind of thrown it on, and you can kind of tell, you can see that as well. And it's like, look, we don't like it, but fucking, you've got to learn about Agenda 2030 and what have you. Of course, I already knew quite a bit about it. I was ahead of the class on that one, right? Knew a wee bit about it anyway, so yeah, and it clearly it won't. They found a way, man, the United Nations, to just get their claws into the education, big business, even the likes of the NHS and what have you. Anywhere and everywhere, they're fucking there promoting Agenda 2030, brainwashing people, man. I mean, it's quite astonishing. And again, I shouldn't laugh, honestly, but do you know when you see some of the protesters? Um, I think maybe in particular, what you might call left wing, far left wing, pro trans, pro Ukraine, pro Palestine, just, oh man, you name it. But they're honestly, it's like they're, I mean, brainwashed would be, that would be putting it politely. They're so lost, man. Do you know? And sometimes I feel a wee bit sorry for people like that, and I don't know. Who knows? One day, maybe they're going to think differently in terms of the world that we're in. Maybe a lot of people will, and they'll begin to see. Look, wait a minute. I think we're all getting played here. Do you know? Do you think we might be getting played? Yeah, everybody. Yeah, I think possibly. And a lot of people do see that. A lot of people do, but there's never enough kind of unity on that one front or that one factor. Do you know? Like in the unity, like in the, for example, maybe like in the fight against just tyranny itself, under one banner. So against tyranny. So that includes the whole fucking lot, right? But united on just that one thing, rather than split up on different opinions on, oh, well, this, that, and the next thing. Fuck it, man. Do you know? But there's never there's never that unity. Um, and a lot of people, and I can see why they would say you would never, you would, it would be, it would be very unlikely that you could break that, that you could change it. But I don't know, man. I reckon you maybe could. I reckon you maybe could. Do you know, in the sense of when it comes to the masses and how easily they could potentially be swayed and nudged and manipulated. Well, I reckon you maybe could. You maybe could. It would take a lot of doing. It would take a lot of thinking and kind of outside the box ways. But it could be done, man. Of course, it could be done. How long it would last, I don't know. Cause I mean, it would be you would be you would indeed become public enemy number one very quickly because they smoke anybody out. They'll smoke you out one way or another if you. I guess even coming up against the system for what it is would be enough to kind of get you on the on the wanted list, if you like. But yeah, it's a tough world that we're in. It genuinely is. And I can remember people saying it. Look, it's a jungle out there. It fucking is, man. It can be. It can be. Some days, most days, probably. At least here, you can get the most peaceful, tranquil day. But other days, look out, man. Look out, right? If the wife's about, look out. I mean, yeah, look out. It's a jungle out there. So we're back again. What are we on? 26. Yeah, we'll try and get into it. We might, why is that doing that? We might have a video or two. One anyway. And we've got slides to go through. And yeah, I think, hey, depending on what you do as an individual, you have got to kind of think outside the box anyway. In everything that you do. You know, you want to try and, I don't know, get an advantage, not miss a thing, if you like. And a lot of the time we depend on, well, I guess sources for information and so forth, and then we decide, we make our own view or our own opinion, right? Which we should. We should because, I mean, the media today, and it kind of goes without saying, but they cannot be trusted, man. You cannot trust them. You simply cannot. And you also sometimes, I think, and I probably, yeah, I can be guilty. You can forget and rely on them a bit too much, you know, thinking that, oh well, they would look into it, they would cover it. If there was something there to be seen, they would mention it, they would talk about it. Well, no. So there can be stuff out there. I guess the media, they won't pick it up. They won't go near it. They won't show you it because it's all about a narrative for them. They'll spin it their own way. That's what they do. They spin. They're masters at spinning. Shock horror. So that's what they do. So it can be difficult as well. But I think if you're ever kind of looking into a situation or an incident or something, I don't know, with the council or locally, do your own digging, go straight to the fucking source, man. Forget about the media. Forget about, just go straight to the head of the snake, if you like. Go to it. And get it from the horse's mouth. That's what I would say. Be first, because then you won't be you won't miss anything. And of course, today, um, it can be quite easy, and a lot of people have done it in the past. You can put in a freedom of information request. Freedom! They may take our lives! So you can put in a Braveheart request, which I think we done it. I think we might have done it before, possibly, but I don't think we got very much back from it. Um, but this is, and I think more people should probably do this, if they can, if they're interested in a particular topic or scenario. Put in freedom, put requests in the so-called freedom of information request. Put it in, see what you get back. See what you get back, because you might get back stuff that the media they won't touch it, right? So for this particular scenario in on the train, there's a particular freedom of information request I've put in. So we, if we get a chance, we'll look at that, and we'll see what we get back. But it's not in relation to the incident itself that happened, the stabbing, the so-called stabbing that happened. It's not in relation to that. It's prior to that. But we'll talk about that, and we'll we'll get into a few other bitties as well. Let me see. I think we could be good to go. So what we'll do is we'll say hello. You can see that they've got the hero. Do you know, every time one of these events happens, you always get this particular things that happen, kind of like a red flag scenario, and you tend to get a have a go hero. They tend to be there, right? I mean, I'm not saying the guy never got hurt, but they tend to be they tend to be there, and they it's funny as well. Well, maybe not funny, but they tend to also get quite a bit of the limelight after it. Not many questions about the attacker or where he was from, where his family's from. Now forget that. Look at the have a go hero though. Look, sitting here, and so the news kind of direct how you should feel about a particular incident or scenario. Yeah, this happened, but yeah, look at the fucking hero. Similar happened with 9/11 as well. We seen that. We seen it. So we might we might talk about this individual. And yeah, probably give my own opinions on particular things surrounding this whole case. Yeah, not surprised it happened. I reckon when was we were on, I was sure I was on a stream the night it had happened, but I had a chance to look into it a wee bit more, and it'll be. I mean, you've got to take into consideration, and you've got to take everything into consideration. Keep open minded about the whole scenario. Do you know? So you can't rule anything out. You've got to be like a, I don't know, Columbo or a detective, right? A bit like an investigator, if you want to get to the bottom of it. Otherwise, you'll just kind of echo what I don't know, someone else has been saying about it. But it's an interesting one, and I think unfortunately we're gonna see a lot more. So I want to take first of all, let me see. We'll say hello. Um, There we go. We're back. We got muted, but we're all good. We're all good in the hood. Chelsea in the hood. Where did he go? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Chelsea. On a plane, back again. Good to see you, Paul. Paul and Sue. Where did it go? There we go. A week before the attack. Yeah, exactly. And I think in March as well, which is the one. Hopefully, we could get a wee bit more information. But hey, yeah, we will talk about that. So good to see Paul in the hood on a plane, Chelsea. TikTok, good to see you. Anybody else quickly? Amber, where did Amber go? There we go. Good to see you, Amber. I hope you're doing well. Oh, sod it in the hood. Good to see you. Back again. Anybody else quickly? No job here, which is Sean, I believe. Possibly getting it wrong. Good to see you, Sean. I hope you're doing well. Frank, where did Frank go? There we go. Smart City. No, thank you. Speak for yourself, right? Good to see you, Frank. Anybody else quickly? Blaze in the hood. Where did Blaze go? There we go, Blaze. And I reckon. Oh, Jay Hart first in the door. 10 points. Check is in the post. Jay Hart. Blank check. There you go. Just not with my name on it. So we're back again. I done a stream with Sensum on Toffee. So that was quite good. I think I did share it. So, you can find it on my community post tab. One of them, right? You'll find it there, but don't do it now. Wait until I tell you, or else, right? So I reckon we possibly got just about everybody. Chelsea or Tree Dude in the hood. It rhymes. There you go. Fucking Robert Burns, eat your heart out. And I reckon that's it. Chelsea, TikTok. Yeah, we're gonna go with that, right? We're gonna go with that. I'll keep an eye on the chat, and if I see anybody that's interesting, I'll say hello. If I see any comment that's worth my attention, I might take it on. So there's a challenge for you, right? There's a challenge. I tried to make the screen a bit bigger, but I don't know. It's not working how it worked before. It's making it bigger, but it's not. It's not doing it like it should. Insert joke, right? So I'll try my best to keep an eye so people can comment as we go. So we'll look at a few bits and kind of see where it's at, and hopefully in the near future we'll get a wee bit more information. And yeah, by doing our own digging, we won't be kind of just echoing what fucking, I don't know, Sky News or the BBC, right? Because when I think back to the whole Charlie Kirk scenario, I mean, the Yanks go when the Americans do it, they go out big. They do it big when it comes to the theater. And just before I came on there, I was thinking, in the UK, in Manchester, there's an arena, a football stadium called, well, it's called Old Trafford, but they call it the Theatre of Dreams. And I was thinking, and I probably shouldn't laugh because it's true. It shows you how positive I can be, right? But the world that we're in, it's a bit like it is a theatre, but it's not the theatre of dreams. It's the theatre of fucking nightmares. That's what we're in, man. That's what it is. It's not the theatre of dreams. You can have dreams, yeah, don't get me wrong. But in terms of the system, the structure, it's a bit of a nightmare. Hey, there can be a lot of good things in life. Of course there can, man. Wonderful, beautiful, amazing things, of course. But you've got to be real as well. What would you call it? A realist. You've got to be a realist. Is that's what we call, instead of a conspiracy theorist, we say realist. We're gonna go with that. Surely people don't get called a conspiracy theorist anymore. I mean, after everything that's kind of came true, I thought that was a conspiracy. That's true now. You know, after all that we've seen, in particular 2020 and the whole fucking circus parade, I mean, yeah, you do kind of think, fucking hell, what would it take for people to see? I mean, what happened in 2020 and beyond was so telling, so telling. And you do wonder, fucking hell, how could anybody not see that? Or, and you kind of think about it and you think, well, maybe they did, but they they don't want to go down that route, you know? They think, well, nah, it might be bad. The juice might be bad. Um, wearing the face nappy might be bad, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I don't want to be laughed at and pointed at and sneered at by people. Oh, look, there's the anti-juice, the anti-vaxxer, you know, which is quite funny as well because you know how they work it. Oh, it's anti-climate. Oh, it's anti-vaccine. Like, you wouldn't care. You don't want people to get better. Do you know? That's how they paint it. Oh, he's anti people getting better. Oh, he's anti medication. Oh, he's anti. He wants everyone to die. Do you know that's the kind of picture that they painting you like this evil fucking demon. Oh, he's anti making people well. Do you know when in reality nobody's like that, man. If it's safe and it does what it's meant to do, then how could it? Nobody would be against it. You wouldn't. So it's not anti fucking people getting better. It's anti people getting worse. It's anti being against the utter destruction we've seen from vaccination in the decades gone by. I mean, how could you not be against that? Do you know? How could you not be? Oh, well, they'll get it right this time, though. Or they got it wrong last time, but they won't. Hey, it'll be all right this time. You can trust. Hey, trust the science. Sit down. Sit down, right? Yeah. Trust the science. Incredible where we got to. And no wonder when we looked at the World Economic Forum document, it predicted in the next 2 to 5 years there would be a big swing in what they called youth disillusionment, if you can say it, youth disillusionment. And at the time, I mean, this is going back maybe 2, 3, possibly 3 years now. And we thought, well, it's not that bad currently. There had been a bit of riots. It was heading in a bad way then. Kinda is bad now. And I think, yeah, we're gonna see that a lot more. I think the youth are gonna get seriously fucking pissed off at one point. They'll be. You kind of think, well, rightly so, but I mean, I don't know, man. It could be to a degree where they're nudged and manipulated and pushed. I mean, it depends what road they go down. Of course, the whole political system could be in the Great Reset. So it would be coming down. It would be. And again, you'd kind of think, well, that's a good thing, right? And yeah, I mean, you would like to see it collapse, probably. I dread to imagine what scenario we're in then, but I mean, it is. You would think it's a good thing if it came down, the whole fucking rotten, corrupt system. Yes, but what then comes in after it? That's the that's the big issue. I mean, it coming down's one thing, yay, party, but then it's like, wait a minute, what 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 are we getting now? Wait, what's this? Digital ID, fucking smart city galore, fucking underground smart city. Because the extreme geoengineering above you. I mean, what a world we're in. Quite incredible when you think about it. Do you know? It seems to be kind of boiling away, simmering away. Each nation across the board. And I mean, so many people have predicted in the past. Well, it's the new war. It's the new, not the new war order, but the new world order. And it's kind of, I mean, it's always been there. It's always been there. It's always kind of wielded enormous power, enormous power for a very for long, many decades. And people, even in the, I guess, the 1990s, 80s, 90s, early 2000s, saying, "Oh, it's coming, it's coming. The new world order, it's coming, it's coming. It's coming." And I kind of think, well, I mean, Bill Cooper talked about it, of course, not being here today, but what would Bill say today? Is it here, Bill? Is it here now? Or is it still coming? I'm unsure. I mean, again, going back to what I said, it's always been there. It just appears to morph and form and keep this kind of run going, where a lot of people, they don't see it for what it is. But we are, and similar to the video I put out, it's a fantasy land that we live in. It's like a fucking circus. It is, man. And for all we know, God only knows what they put in the food and spray in the skies and the water and you name it. I dread to imagine. But a lot of people, they'll never see it. They're never gonna see it. So I guess maybe, yeah, never. Hey, I honestly, in my own opinion, never give up on sharing information, on trying to reach people, trying to do what you can to get information out there that you think's important. Don't give up on it. Just keep doing it, man. Keep doing it. And yeah, we're all people who do that. You I mean, a lot of people would say, "Oh, nah, hey, it's nothing. He's nobody. He's this. He's that." You would be. You would be watched. You'd be tracked. You'd be traced. So it can be a bit dodgy as well. It's not for everybody, but I genuinely think we can do our own thing. As an individual, we can all do our own thing. And hey, who knows where it can go? Who knows? The sky is, of course, the limit, right? So good to see everyone in the hood. Let me just see if I can put that there. Why is that not working? Who's done this? Who's done this? Good to see Paul in the hood, Frank as well. Tree Dude. Is it Tree Dude? Yeah, it is. YouTube, I don't know what they done, but the handle changed. It used to come up your name. Now it comes up. Some people have got like a different name now. I don't know why they done that. But fuck knows. There you go. So if I don't recognize you or I say a different name, I do apologize, right? I can see Frank and it says Frank O'Brien at 428. No, 4248. So 4248, which I'm assuming is Frank's birthday. That's the year he was born. That's got to be the year he was born. That's his password, right? We've just read out his password. So that's your handle in case you never knew. And Tree Dude as well. Where did he go? It said a number of a year, 1464. So quite an age, right? Quite an age. What age would that make you today? Who's the mathematician in the hood? 1, 2, 3, 4. How many fingers have you got? Right, use your toes. Take a guess at that, right? Interestingly enough, right? You can look back through history. You can look, let's say it, riots, for example. So we had riots about immigration recently. And you'd kind of think, well, that's a new thing, but it's not though. And when you look back, when you look back, man, through history, it's happened time and time again, all the way back, in many different scenarios and in civilizations. There's been a similar thing, and there is one. I think it happened in maybe 15. Let me see. I've got it here. It was called Evil May Day. So I don't know if any. Where did it go? Fuck. Um. uh, 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 May the 1st, 1517. Evil May Day. So, xenophobic riot, which took place on May the 1st, 1517. A protest against foreigners called strangers. Strangers in the night. So they were called strangers. Strangers out! This is in 1517. Since I might remember it. So get the strangers out. Living in London. Shock horror. Fucking hell, London's had it for a million billion years, right? Surprised there's anything left in London, man. So they had. Let me see. I'll share the screen, and you can see it. Hopefully, right. Remove. Hopefully it works. Fucking hell. Share screen. There we go. So it should be. It should be. Why is it not being? B! I don't know. Why is it not fucking working, man? Can't even screen share. Honestly. I don't know why it's not working. Oh, I've not added it. Oh, fucking hell. I had to add it to the screen. Fuck's sake. Hey, it's my first day, right? Give me a break. No, usually, do you know what? Usually before, I've got an excuse. It used to come, you would share it, it would come straight up. Now I've got to put it up, right? So we're going to go with that. But I don't know if, let me see. That might make it bigger. Evil May Day. Satan's Day. In 1517. So protest against the strangers of the night coming to London and stealing our jobs and taking our women. Now, it couldn't have been that, right? Living in London, apprentices. Is that tradesman apprentice? Maybe. Yeah, I'm assuming so. Rather than like a wizard apprentice, a Masonic apprentice, possibly. So the strangers living in London, apprentices attacked foreign residents, ranging from Flemish cobblers to French royal courtiers. 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 Some of the rioters were later hanged, although King Henry VIII granted a pardon for the remainder following public pleadings from his wife, Catherine of Aragon. So he pardoned some of them, and some of them got hung. Yeah. I mean, I don't think they would hang people today, but I guess we've seen arrests being made with the tweeting and what have you. I mean, is that what we've been fucking reduced to as a people? Do you know? Is that how us fighting back now? Fucking tweeting and putting stuff online. Do you know, back in the day, there's people getting hung for fighting against it. Maybe they had a point. I kind of feel there was probably an agenda at play there. And interesting, some of them get hung and some of them get pardoned even. It sounds a bit dodgy, if you ask me, right? So I think there's tomfoolery going on there back in 1517. And it'll be the same. Of course, it's the exact same today. It's not changed, man. It's not changed in any way. And I'm sure you can even go back. See, that's what I mean by when I zoom. It's zooming, but not where I want it to zoom. Fucking hell. But yeah, I'm sure if you go back, I think even the 5th century, is it Gillide? I can't remember now. He talked about settlers, or I think it was Saxon settlers who would become, was it conquerors? Rulers? I'm unsure. Basically talking about immigrants coming in who would likely later try and take over, or even take over, if you like. So it's not I mean, we always end up saying this quote, but there is nothing new under the sun whatsoever. There's not, right? But with that being said, when you're stuck in the beast system, for a lot of us, for me and you, we're on the fucking front line, man. We're on the front line day in, day out. So whatever it's going to be, we're likely going to need to. Likely going to be the ones who face it in one way or another. Whether that be, whether that be restrictions or rules or guidelines in the way of climate change and net zero, or even the immigration scenario. Of course, the majority of people, they don't want. I mean, even immigrants don't want immigration. That's how bad it is now. Even the fucking immigrants, even the boat people are complaining about the immigrants now. That's how bad it is, man. Do you know? And of course, this particular scenario we're talking about tonight, I mean, it's quite comical. Coming out straight away and saying, oh, well, they're both British, right? Really? You could have fooled me. But seemingly they're both British. They're both born in Britain, so that makes them British, right? But they've been very They've not said anything about his family, where they might have came from, how long they've been in the UK. Nothing like that. Quite hush hush about it, which is quite interesting. So we keep an eye on that. We'll see what they're gonna say. But in their eyes, seemingly the eyes of the law and the state, it was two British born individuals, one of them arrested and charged, one arrested seemingly and released. So did one just get caught up in it and somehow they let him go? He was let go quite quickly, which is quite astonishing when you think about it. When you think about the so-called severity of the situation. So we'll go away for a bit from 1517. Right, we might come back to it. We might come back to the evil Mayday. Yeah, I quite like Mayday. So I'm not having a bad word said about Mayday, right? I was born in May. No one's saying a bad word about me. There's nothing demonic about me. I'm not buying it. So we'll take that away for the time being. Stop screen. And why the did it do that? Add to screen. There we go. Yeah. So quite an interesting world that we're in. I think for many years now, and I've said it many times in the past, the way it's not going in a good way. It's not going in a good direction. And it would appear the powers that be, if you like, the plan is for, well, chaos. That's the plan. And it'll come to a point. It will, man. It'll come to a point where if there's not chaos, they'll create chaos. Even if they've got to fucking make it themselves, they'll make it happen. Do you know it's like putting two dogs into fight? Not that I've never done that, but I can kind of imagine. Do you know? Two dogs, maybe they don't want to fight. Well, you'll make them fucking fight though, right? And then they'll fight. So I don't know. I kind of feel we're going to be up against it here. No matter what we do, they're going to make it happen. They're going to instigate at every turn and corner and prod and poke and ignite where they can. And a lot of the way the world is, they might not need a lot to nudge people into it. But I think they will also. There's going to be orchestrated incidents. And of course, the theatre of nightmares that we're in, that's pretty much a guarantee. In regards to this particular incident, I don't know. I think we've got a wee bit of a combination here, a mixture of of stuff going on. But we'll talk about that. We'll talk about it. But it'll be interesting to see what more comes out. So I'm kind of keeping an eye on it. MK Ultra Chaos. Yeah, I think you could be right. I think that's what it could be. I think there could be an element of that to it. And we'll kind of talk about that. I mean, some people think, oh, it was MK Ultra was in the 50s, 60s. It's finished. They packed it away. It's gone. Fucking bullshit, man. Not a chance. And going by the technology they've got today, I mean, kind of dread to imagine what they could do. And we've seen it so many times in the movies and the Hollywood with the Manchurian Candidate. And remember in oh fuck, oh shit, Naked Gun. I think it was a Naked Gun 33 and a third. And he had he basically had like a device on his watch, I'm sure, and he got his secretary to pick up a gun and shoot. Of course, there was no bullets in it. He was just proving the point. So he pushed the button. She picked up the gun and and goes to shoot the boy, and the boy's like fucking. He's scared shitless, and of course, there's no bullets, and then he pushes the button and it stops, and she's got no memory of it at all. She can't remember anything, and that's another thing with the whole MK Ultra. Going by some of the testing that they done, and we'll talk about that in the near future. But a lot of the people, they seem to find a way. They seem to have found a way to suppress or block any memory of the past, either the past few months or beyond that, any memory of people in your life or past memories as a child. Excuse me, as a child. And I mean, you kind of think, you know, the movie Men in Black when they flash the fucking wee toy and they've got no memory. So maybe that's not quite Hollywood, like people think. Maybe it's a bit more reality, but it's not quite a flash. It's some fucking chemical and um, drug they've put into someone. But there's a lot to be said in terms of the MK Ultra, and I think we'll probably look at it again. Of course, you've got MK Ultra, and there was a load of different sub projects they called it. In fact, there was like over 100. There was over 100 sub projects they done. Um, honest to God, some people might not even know that. Excuse me, but there was two in particular, and I think we'll probably look at them both. And it was sub project 119 and sub project 102, and they were quite interesting. And I'm pretty sure 119 was about controlling someone's mind or putting thoughts into someone's mind electronically. So that was an interesting one. In 102, I think it might have been about LSD. A lot of them had LSD in it. But there was, I mean, like I said, there's over 100 you can look at. But there's one or two in particular that caught my eye that I think we might look at in a wee bit more detail. Do you know? Because yeah, we've looked at it before, and it's a bit like, look, they carried out experiments in the past. Yeah, they can probably have a Manchurian Candidate scenario carried out. Can they? Question though, the big kind of question: can they do it on a mass scale? Are we all unwittingly, if you like, drugged without even knowing? Well, that would explain a lot, right? Well, that we've explained it now. You know, drugged or induced in a certain way on a mass scale. I mean, it's kind of even for me, it's a bit like, nah, they couldn't, but I think they would. I think they would. If they can, they would. So if they can, they will be. That will be happening. And let's face it, take your pick, man. You put it in the water, put it in the fucking food, put it in the sky, spray it from the sky. That's another one as well, actually. Oh, it might have been part of the MK. I'm sure it was. I'm sure it was one of the sub projects. And honest to God, man, what they did seemingly right. They had a navy. I'm sure it was a navy vessel. It was in America and off the coast of I can't remember where. But seemingly, what they did is spray a chemical into the air, like over the so it covered the whole city. This was nobody knew about it. They done it. They done it without telling them. And we've talked about similar in the UK. They fucking sprayed people and killed a baby and all sorts. But they done it in America, and they sprayed this stuff over a whole fucking town or city. And at the time, loads of people got ill. It was like a pathogen of some sort. One person died. And of course, at the time, they put it down to a medical anomaly. That's what they thought was anomaly, unexplainable. But of course, it came out later, and they must have looked at the dates and thought, wait a minute, fucking, they killed one person, and loads of other people got ill at the time. So they've done loads of testing where they've sprayed regions or areas or cities or towns. They've sprayed agents, chemicals, pathogens on people to see how they react. I guess, see if anybody even fucking notices. And by the sounds of it, nobody did. No, nobody did. Nobody batted an eyelid. Nobody asked any questions, man. Oh, what's a medical anomaly? No, well, maybe they got fucking sprayed. Maybe it's what they're spraying, right? Hey, maybe someone did say that. Maybe someone did. Maybe someone did clock onto it. But that's the kind of world we're in as well. We're treated like fucking lab rats, man. In fact, a lab rat might get a better wage than us. They get the better deal, right? They're getting the better deal. A lot of people describe the world at different nations a bit like different petri dishes. That's the way I kind of see it. Each and every nation a bit like a laboratory controlled by either Rockefeller or Rothschild. Even Palestine. I'm sure if you could probably look it up. There's medical DNA fucking CRISPR laboratories, tampering with DNA demon laboratories, and even Palestine, man. You know, and it's a bit like, I thought there was at war. Aye, but look at this laboratory here. We're manipulating DNA. Hip hip hooray! Maybe they'll do, I don't know, like they done in Ukraine. Or job complete, right? Bomb it now. See you later. There was no laboratory here. Don't worry about it. But it. I mean, hey, people have said in the past, oh, Iran's not part of it. Iran's part of it. Palestine's even part of it. And that's a hard one to kind of explain because, I mean, the most obvious thing for most people is that Palestine is somehow bombed day in, day out in what most people describe as a genocide. And I don't know, I mean, most people, going by what's said, that would appear to be the case. That would appear to be the case. In my own view, Israel, Palestine, fucking as bad as each other, man. I've got no time for any of them. I mean, I couldn't. We're in no position to put any nation, the worries and concerns of any nation before our own. In no position. Hence why the governments that we've got, the entities who enable a lot of, oh, we'll give Ukraine this, we'll do that, fucking criminals. Criminals. Do you know criminals would be too polite? That would be too polite. And you'll never hear a politician say the right thing when they're in power. You might hear them say the right thing before they get in, but once they're in, they follow the agenda, the narrative, or they go. They're out. Simple as that. And in the likes of Starmer, fucking don't get me started, man. Honestly. And some people out there actually thought that Labour might be a good thing. Oh, they'll come in and make it better. Fucking hell. Oh, man. I don't know. What do you say to that? What do you even say to that? Surely they've seen through that now. Anybody who did think that. I mean, come on. That's not how it works. It only gets worse. It only gets worse, man. From my own personal view and opinion, what we tend to do is jump time and time again from the frying pan into the fucking fire. That's what we do. That's what we do. People can't see it. It never changes, man. It's never ever to benefit the people. Oh, we're going to do this for the benefit of the people. We're going to end hunger in Scotland. We're going to end poverty. No, fuck. What are we going to do? Oh, no, we're going to support Palestine. Oh, no, we're going to support Ukraine. Oh, no, we're going to support Israel. Oh, no, we're going to spend billions and billions and billions on taking in every Tom, Dick, and Mohammed that we can find. Criminal or not, murderer, welcome aboard. Rapist, welcome on in. Swim across, fuck it, we'll pick you up. Here, we'll put you in a hotel. Want a taxi? There's a taxi. No money? Here's fucking money. The ever-growing money tree for all these things that nobody fucking wanted. Nobody asked for it. But hey, at the end of the day, when you get right down to it, the very fucking bare bones of it all, it's us that's letting it happen. We're the ones that are letting it happen. It's only us that can change it. It won't happen by voting. And time again on this kind of fucking political merry-go-round. So what's going to happen next is Labour's going to do all their part, and then fucking people, they'll say, oh, well, we're going to vote someone else in now, and they're going to make it better. And we repeat the same mistake again. I guess next time it's going to be, what are they called? No form? No, reform? No form. Reform. And I mean, come on. I mean, I don't think we even need to go there. You can't trust any political party. You can't. You can't trust a politician. Don't be fooled by them. And they'll tell you whatever you want to hear. They'll never answer a fucking question either. But when they get in, then it'll change. They'll play their part. Or they won't. They'll be out. See, the people who pull the strings, they find a way. They find a way. It doesn't matter if you're a MP politician in the UK, Westminster, Congress in the America, fucking Parliament in Australia, Israel, you name it. They'll come. They'll find you, man. And I guess even a lot of the time, a lot of them might get given a choice. Look, you do what we tell you to do, or you're finished. And by that, I mean genuinely finished. Like in the ground. So you could say a lot of them in their own view, they might not have a choice in what they do. Do you know if you're being blackmailed, if you're being threatened, if your life's being threatened, say, I don't know, they're threatening, they show you a photo of your kids or, I don't know, your wife. Some of them might think, well, fuck, actually, I better just do as I'm told and not say anything out of line, right? So I guess a lot of them, once they're in, it could be too late for turning back or saying what's right and just. Because that's what they do. Of course, a lot of the time they don't need to threaten people. People will do it for the money. You'll find a queue around the block of people willing to fucking trade their soul and humanity for a big fucking paycheck. You won't be short of finding people to do that. I think that's part of the biggest part of why we're in the position that we're in, probably, when you get right down to it. Do you know a lot of people, they've sold us out. They've used trickery and magic to trick us time and time again for them to make money, but for us to then end up in a worse position than we were before. Do you know? Too many opportunists in the world who take the chance to enable. But again, it kind of comes down to us. You know? We've got to be the ones to make change. I'll try and keep an eye on the chat. We'll get into this particular scenario. Anybody that I missed quickly? Paul, Frank, Sean, on a plane, Tree Dude. Martin, where did he go? Coffee's coming back. Jesus. Good to see you, Martin, in the hood. Yeah, politics and politicians. Yeah, totally. Totally. Been there, done that. Talked about that before. Been there, invested like a energetic youngster in the political scene. It never lasted. It never lasted, that's for sure. Probably a good thing, that, because good people don't make it in politics. Only bad people do. So maybe I should maybe put that on my curriculum vitae. Failed in politics, must be a good person, right? Yeah, not a bad idea. Good to see you, Martin. And I reckon that could be it. LSD history, a rich rabbit hole to research. Yeah, fuck yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, goes way back as well. But it's another thing that kind of stems back across centuries and civilizations. They always kind of found a way or knew a way to release the mind. Here, eat this. Here, lick this, or here, fucking smoke this, you know? And open the third eye, or release the brain, right? And I mean, yeah, hey, I think by going by the testing they done on LSD, it was quite endless in terms of what the capabilities of it was, in terms of getting into someone's mind. But also a lot of that being due to the person's surroundings as well. That plays a big part. Their surroundings is a big part. But yeah, it goes way back, man. Of course, when I was maybe, fuck, what would I have been? From about, I don't know, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, probably stopped about 18. So from about early teens to late teens. So through my teens, basically, we got there. Through my teenage years, every season, so kind of September, October, we would take magic mushrooms. We would take, and yeah, that was an experience. Each and every time was quite an experience, and it affected everyone. One thing I noticed as well, it tended to affect everyone in a different way. Some people sometimes the same, but a lot of people it would the difference in what what their perception was in their trip. It was completely different, man. Do you know? And I always kind of thought it was kind of like the luck of the draw when you took a trip or a magic mushrooms. It was either going to be a hit or a miss, you know? But usually I was always quite lucky in that respect. I think anyway. Do you know I never had a bad trip or a bad time? But I've seen people who did. I've seen people who did. Um and one or two of them, but I don't think they were ever the same after it. I don't think they were ever the same, honest to God. It's like they went on a trip and they never came back, man. They never came back. I shouldn't laugh, but do you know, eventually it was like, fuck, actually, I won't be taking these anymore. But I always enjoyed it. I didn't dislike it. I never had a bad trip or seeing the devil or anything like that. It was always good for me. I don't know why that was. It was just the luck of the draw. But we didn't do it today. certainly, I certainly wouldn't be doing it today, and I wouldn't advise it. As a young teenager, you're gonna try stuff out. Um, so yeah, but as an adult, nah, I wouldn't. I wouldn't go there. You might never come back. You know, I always remember when I was in the academy, probably 1999, and we got shown a video about drug use. Basically, it was like an advertisement for drugs. That's basically how what it was. It was to warn you about drugs, but it kind of told you all about them as well. And in that video, I always remember it saying, if you take drugs, what happens is your mind in your brain, doors get closed, but doors also get opened. And sometimes they'll never get shut, you know? And I remember kind of thinking as a young kid, fuck it, actually, that's worth the risk. Fuck it. I'm risking it. We're going to take the risk. We're going to open a few doors and close a few doors, right? I mean, hey, a lot of my friends done it. So you do it, man. You don't really think about the consequences when you're just me. Well, just me. When you're a young teenager. Um yeah, you don't you're kind of fearless in that respect. In terms of what might happen to your body or your mind, right? And you kind of think, well, it'll be worth it though. All your pals together, fucking tripping out their heads. Oh man, thinking back, some good memories, man. Some good times, some scary times though. Some scary times, man. So I wouldn't advise it. I've never advised it. I've always kind of said, look, nah, don't do it. Don't do it. That would be my advice. Um, I mean, did it change me? I don't know. I did. For me personally, my kind of takeaway from it all was I did, in a way, somehow felt more connected to nature. I don't know how that. I think because we were in the woods at the time, it was just. I don't know. I became at one with nature. That was my kind of takeaway from it. So I was happy at that. I felt like I didn't need it anymore, sort of thing. Not like I would take it all the time. It was once a year for about maybe 3, 4 years straight. I mean, it was quite common for people to do it here. Uh, Obviously, I had older brothers, and they done it. Their friends done it. Even when I was a young kid, I knew of people doing it. So it was quite it was quite common. I don't know how common it would be today. Um, I don't think it would be as common. Do you know the way things are now, or the internet and fucking you can buy drugs online at the flick of a switch. In my younger days, it was a wee bit different. But there you go. Change days, right? The war against drugs, sure. Why not? So we're good to go. Anybody else? I think Lance is here in the hood. Good to see you, Lance. I've known peeps who've quit smoking after a shroom trip. Yeah, I think I might have heard that before. I've definitely heard some people they'll get hypnotized and seemingly they don't smoke after it. So look into my eyes, look into my eyes, not round the eyes. You will give me your cigarettes and never smoke again. You're under. And then that's it. They don't smoke again. If only it was that easy, right? Um, of course, I quit smoking cigarettes, but I also started vaping. So basically, what I did was I swapped one addiction for another, which was not a good idea. But there you go. There you go. Right, let he who is without sin cast the first stone. Go with that. Let's go with that. But yeah, I never took any LSD trips. You know the trips you would get, like the paper trip. I never ever tried that. But very similar to the effects of a magic mushroom brew. And we had it. I remember pretty much every time we done it, we had it in a cup of tea. And for about fucking 6 years after that, I couldn't drink tea. I could not drink tea, man. In fact, I became a coffee drinker, which we're on tonight, because it just tasted like the mushy brew. But yeah, good times, man. A lot of good times. I mean, I dread to think my kids doing what I done, but it was different. I mean, it was a different time. It was a completely different world, do you know? And I think that we see that generation after generation of parents kind of unsure as to how their child should be. You know, when when they're growing up in a completely different world from what you did, do you know? But I think when it comes down to that, and I mean, we're all most of us here are parents. I think when it comes down to it, you base it on good principles and solid morals where you're kind and you're compassionate, strong, determined. Do you know that's the kind of foundation you build upon? Trustworthy, respectful, basic fucking things, man. But that appears to be gone now. Do you know when I think about how my dad kind of brought me up and installed and um taught me the way, at least in my view, the way a man should kind of be, a gentleman, a kind, compassionate, strong individual who would help anybody in any situation, but all based on basic fucking morals and principles of being a good man, a good person. Do you know? But it's gone now. It's gone, man. It's fucking gone. And it's quite incredible how fast it changes, you know, from the time I was growing up to my kids now growing up, and how different the world is, how incredibly insane it's become, because that's what it's become. And I sit there sometimes and I think, oh, it can't get any worse, man. And then, hey, the next day will come, and yeah, you guessed it, it's worse. Surely it can't get worse. You should never, if you ever think about saying that, it can't get any worse, don't say it. Right? Everybody just stop saying that. Because we're putting a Jonah, we're jinxing it. Right? Just keep saying it'll get better. It can only get better. Remember the song by D Ream? It can only get better. Right? Just we'll keep saying that. We'll drill it till the cows come home. Yeah. Today's generation, it's that gas and balloons. Yeah, they are fucking balloons. Yeah, do they buzz? Well, people done that in my day. I don't know about balloons, but yeah, there was quite a big, for a while, solvent abuse scenario. I don't know what it's like today, but again, it's a fucking symptom of the world that we're in. Young kids turning to drugs and stuff in their early teens, man. Hardcore drugs in their early teens and early 20s. No hope. No hope whatsoever. And in Scotland and Ireland and England, it's fucking terrible, man. It's so bad. So bad. So, I mean, really, in reality, right? What we should be seeing is the prime ministers and what have you coming up and saying, look, this is really fucking bad. The drug issues, the alcohol, the the sudden death, what have you, the homeless. We need to sort it out. Let's sort it out. Let's make that the dream, right? Let's forget about spending billions and billions on the boats. Let's fix what we've got here. Of course, they would never say that. Never once will you hear them say anything worthy of being good for me and you. It just never happens, man. How people can't see past it in terms of the political show, I don't know. I really don't. Like I've said before, if you're a grown adult and you've not seen past it by now, fuck me. I don't know what to say. I really don't. So we'll step away from the tyrannical. Yeah, I think we had that here in the 80s, in the 90s as well, right? But nothing to do with me. Not guilty. Fucking hand stuck to my face. Oh man. Yeah, hey, we'll be unlocking memories. We'll be unlocking memories for loads of people tonight. Fucking yeah, that's right. Remember that back in the fucking day. Back in the day, right? I dread to imagine what most people here got up to back in their younger days, if you like. We don't want to know. You'll get the chat taken away. You'll get the chat taken away, right? But yeah, I can imagine. I always thought growing up in the 90s, it was great. But I can remember always thinking it would have been great to grow up in the 70s or the 80s. I don't know why I always thought that. I don't know what it was. Even the 60s as well. Anytime I watched a movie from the 60s, 70s, I always thought, fucking, I wish I grew up there, and it always looked terrible as well. It's not like it was even appealing. But I don't know. I don't know if anybody else kind of thought that. Growing up, they wish they were growing up. They were a wee bit older or grew up in the decade before. Be interesting to see. Maybe that was just me, right? Maybe that was just me. But in particular, I think the 60s and the 70s, man. And even as a young kid, I would watch movies and TV shows from that particular era, and the music as well. Even at a young age, attracted to music from that particular era, like a hypnotic tune that resonated with me. So I was like born in the fucking. I was born in the wrong time, possibly. There was a mess up in the laboratory. That I can believe, right? That I can believe. So good to see everyone. We should be tonight live on X and YouTube, and it would appear we are indeed. So good evening, each and every one. We are indeed back again, and we will cover a few bits. I mean, every time, no matter what happens, no matter what incident gets put upon us, it's just complete chaos and confusion from the very start, which of course is all part of the plan. And when it comes to confusion, it plays a big part. It plays a massive part in it. And I mean, yeah, a black male, British born, British origin. I don't know. Talk about confusion. There you go, right? So from the very off, we tend to get a kind of mixed report, mixed bag, and then we're waiting on what's being said. Information comes out drip by drip. Some of it true, some of it not true. Misinformation, most of it misinformation. And of course, like Paul mentioned, seemingly an event took place, an exercise, a drill, only last week about about the same or a similar incident taking place involving a terrorist and a knife and on a train. Because I think I'm unsure what news outlet, but someone said in either the week before and on March this year, a similar exercise took place. And you know, when we get these incidents, there's always these wee simulations going on. They kind of come when you're talking about false flags, we'll call it that. When you're talking about a false flag, you can be pretty much guaranteed it's going to come hand in hand with what they call a simulation or a drill or an exercise, which is mirrored the exact same fucking event. The exact same. And you can go right back even on 9/11 as well, on the day in particular, but also on 7/7 in London. The guy gets interviewed on I think the day or the day after. On the day, he gets interviewed on telly saying, look, uh, an incident happened here, and we were down the road carrying out a simulation for the exact same incident. So basically, what we done is we just came up the road, and the simulation became reality. And that was in 7/7. And I guess if a simulation of this kind was carried out on a train in public, would people even know? Would they know it was a simulation? Would they would they be told, oh, by the way, there's going to be a simulation? Or would it just be carried out and that would be it? Nothing said about it. So we're going to go through to kind of begin. We're going to go through a kind of key point in terms of the timeline. So the event happened on October the 1st. Was it the 1st? But we're going to go right back to October 31st. So that afternoon, October 31st, a 14-year-old boy is stabbed in Peterborough, Cambridgeshire. A 14-year-old boy. And they're linking this incident with the same guy who was on the train. He's linked to it. So a 14-year-old boy gets stabbed on the 31st in the afternoon. Later that night, again the 31st of October, a knife attack incident at a barber shop in Peterborough comes under investigation for possible connection. Now, this one, they actually put a video so you can see the guy comes in the barber store shop and they all fucking run away, basically. Which, yeah, I guess maybe you would. I mean, it was it appeared to be, if indeed the video is legit, it appeared to be quite a big knife that he had. But he was kind of like mumbling and fucking just not there. There, but not there. Do you know? And I've seen it in the past with people who they suffer bad with a mental disability, like schizophrenia or something along them lines. And they're there, but they're not there. Do you know? And some people, they would even call it like a possession, man. Like they're possessed. And they're speaking and they don't make any fucking sense either. But they're wielding a big fucking knife and giving it, look, I'll kill you sort of thing. So in the afternoon, a 14-year-old boy gets stabbed. Later that evening, the guy walks into a barber shop waving a knife about. So it's a bit random. There doesn't appear to be any particular, oh, he's going after old ladies, or oh, he's going after old men, or he's going after young boys. Do you know, it's a bit hectic. But you've already, in that period of time, you've got two incidents where the guy should have been apprehended. He should have been apprehended. I'm not buying in this day and age that they could not have apprehended that guy. I'm not buying that. Not a chance. And you know, funnily enough, a lot of sort of media people talking about, oh, the police came in 8 minutes and they're heroes and they were there quick as a flash and they're heroes. Whoa, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Now, if indeed this incident is linked to this individual, then it didn't take 8 fucking minutes. It took about a day, man. It took them about a day to get to this guy. So why did it take so long? Why did they somehow wait until the incident occurred at the train and then they went in? I mean, that's two quite big incidents that occurred that you would like to imagine would have been reported instantly and they would have been there or thereabouts. But I kind of get the feeling they could have apprehended the guy, but they didn't. So it would be interesting to see if we could ever find out if there was any kind of stand down order. Do you know, because if this guy was a candidate, let's say a Mancunian candidate who let's say was on a mission, then apprehending him early in that mission ain't going to work. Do you know? So it would be a case of, look, no, don't arrest the guy yet. He's not done yet. We'll tell you when to arrest the guy, but it's not yet. But he stabbed it. Look, it don't matter. Oh, now he's in a barber shop. Look, let him go. We'll tell you when to pounce on him. And it's a similar. I think it might be Beverly Hill Cops 2 or 3. A similar situation happens where Axel Foley is chasing a guy, but then another police department stops him and says, "Whoa, wait a minute! Stop chasing him. We're watching him. We're watching him. We're going to be the ones who take him down," sort of thing. Do you know? That's the kind of idea that I get here. Like, oh, you never got apprehended. What, for how long? After, what, 2 incidents involving this fucking big gigantic knife, seemingly? Then he's on a train. So he goes to he gets to the barber shop. Then again, let me see. So comes out the barber shop that night. Well, the next morning. So he's still not apprehended. So the incident with the young lad, the incident in the barbers, he goes away home, sleeps on it, still not arrested. And then that morning, a knife incident again at the Docklands Light Railway Station in Pontoon Dock, London, is investigated as possibly linked. So that's 3 knife crime incidents. One of them, a young lad. The first one, 14-year-old getting stabbed. And the guy's still not apprehended. He's still not apprehended. I mean, I know the police can be bad, right? But come on, man. In this day and age, in the UK, after all that, and he's still not apprehended. Yet if you tweeted a tweet, they'd be at your fucking door in 2 minutes' time. Oh, we seen what you said. But this guy gets I mean, it's something's not right there. It can't be. It can't be. So you're talking what? 1, 2, 3 different incidents that happened, that occurred. Serious incidents where the individual in question should have been arrested, but clearly no, not today. So we had that one. Then in the morning of the 1st again, yeah, that one, we had that one. So again, that night, November the 1st, a southbound high-speed train on the East Coach main line departs Peterborough. And later, the stabbing spree begins on board. As far as I'm aware, nobody's died yet. I think they're talking about one individual who's critical but stable. I think a train conductor, who again is being labelled a hero, possibly. I mean, going by if the barber video, the CCTV, if that is a legitimate video, the guy in the video, any grown man of sound mind could have took that guy down. He's not there, man. He's there, but he's not there. Do you know? And with just sheer speed and surprise, you could take that guy down before he even knew what fucking hit him. Could it be a case of psychotic, fucking schizophrenic madman? Possibly. But I think there's going to be there's MK Ultra agenda there somewhere. I'm pretty sure. And I reckon this guy's been a candidate for possibly quite a while now. So that's when the stabbing spree, what did they say, 1930, that occurred on the train. 1942, 999 call is placed, reporting the stabbing on board. 1944, the train makes an unscheduled stop at Huntingdon railway station and arrested suspects are approached. So they arrested two. One man is detained. Then the 2nd of November, it's announced that the incident is not being treated as terrorism. It's not being treated as terrorism. I wonder at what point, where's the line for it's a terrorist attack to it's not a terrorist attack? What's the difference here? What makes it not a terrorist attack? Is it because he's seemingly British? I mean, we're meant to buy that he's British, and what does that make it not a terrorist attack? I mean, surely it's a terrorist attack. One individual remains in custody and another has been released without charge. Interesting. I mean, I know they used a code word. I think it's plateau. And it's to signal a terrorist attack on the public. So the police would use it. But then they said, it got rescinded. So who makes that decision, of course? Because whoever gave the code, whoever said the code word, clearly in their mind, it was a terrorist attack. But then someone said, well, actually, we're not going to say that. So from the very beginning, the media, the police, kind of controlling the narrative, controlling what's said about it, how it's said, the way it's put across. I mean, it's a terrorist attack. It's an ideal Mancunian candidate scenario, but it's a terrorist attack. And of course, the terrorists being our own fucking government. So it's definitely a terrorist attack then. No two ways about it, right? When it's the powers that should not be. So yeah, he got charged on multiple counts of attempted murder, actual bodily harm, and possession of a bladed article. I think he also got charged for the earlier altercation, possibly involving the 14-year-old. So maybe that was him. I mean, how could he not have been apprehended? Honest to God. And people praising it. Oh, they done it in 8 minutes. Well, no. They shouldn't be getting praise. And they've already, I think, before the incident was even closed, the police there, I think the transport police, put themselves forward to the watchdog. So, like, admission straight away. Like, fuck, we fucked it up. Here, quick. Give us an audit. Tell us what we done wrong. Do you know? So that'll be interesting to see what's said there. But I mean, again, so much comes of any incident that they put upon us. They do not miss a chance to capitalize on it. And in this case, tighter security is one let's face it, they love that one, right? Oh, more security, keeping you safe. Do you know? Because, of course, safety equals control. So anytime they talk about safety, it's control. Don't be fooled by it. It's not safety they're talking about, it's control. That's what it is. And never forget that. When they're talking about your safety, it's control. They're wanting to control you even more. You'd think it couldn't be even more, but it can be. It can be. Honestly. So they're demanding it. Some of them are demanding a wee bit more in the way of security. So this image here got released by the BBC. It's like a screen grab of the camera. But it's like the weirdest fucking photo ever. You know? And I don't know how could they think, aye, that'll do. That'll do it, right? I mean, what the fuck? It's not blurry. You can't even make anything out. I mean, he's got a nose. Sorry, you would think it was you'd think he had a small hat under that hood. Maybe he has. Maybe he has. Right, that would put a cat amongst the pigeons. Oh, it turns out he's Jewish. Oh, so no one's allowed to say anything about it anymore. You can't talk about it anymore, right? I mean, fucking hell, you could dig a hole with that nose, man. That is incredible. But I mean, if this is the same guy, we seen him. There's a video. I think I've got it when he got arrested. And I mean, if that's a legitimate video, yeah, they kind of didn't fuck about. But it's like, well, too little, too late, man. Too little, too fucking late. But he appeared to eventually get apprehended. But I couldn't. I mean, what they should the BBC of all people releasing an image that is like, oh man, that's not good enough, I'm afraid. And of course, the video when he was in the barber shop as well. I mean, you could tell he was not there. The guy mentally was away. Again, extra calls for security. That's quite a big one they're pushing now. And they reckon in the past, decade at least, I think more than 10,000, over 10,000 different incidents or attacks on trains. Right across the UK. So I guess they're going to have a solution for that. More security, tighter laws, give away more freedoms, right? I mean, is that where we're at now? Can't even get on a train without being fucking zapped or molested. Was that just me? Huh. Just me then. And going by the past, and I've picked out one or two, but in the past decade or so, many different entities and organizations have been coming out and saying, oh, look, in the future, there's going to be an issue. There's going to be an incident on the train. Someone's going to get killed. We need to do more security. UK National Risk Register. That's the one. I think most of us are probably on that. We're on the National Risk Register. Don't tell anyone that. So they seemingly in 2023, they identified rail transport as a potential target for both high and low sophistication attacks, right? So what's a highly sophisticated and a low sophisticated one? What would this one be? A low sophisticated attack? A lone ranger, a lone wolf in the night. Like I don't know, a Jewish terrorist. So I don't know what would be I guess if it was like an organized crime scenario, that would be high. Some fucking madman who's been MK Ultra, that might be low. Highlighted the mass casualty potential of bladed or improvised weapons in crowded public places. Emphasizing reliance planning for the rail network 2023. The Cabinet Government Office. UK National Risk Register. Which you know you're on that. That's for sure. Counter-terrorism strategy, Home Office again, 2023. Outlined the evolution of low sophistication lone actor attacks. Lone actor attacks. That's an interesting term to be using. So yeah, you can't argue with that. Using everyday weapons, yeah, like a kitchen knife, possibly. Recognized the vulnerability of crowded transport hubs and promoted interagency cooperation. To mitigate bladed weapon threats 2023. Well, it clearly did not fucking work then, right? I mean, how many? It's not even like he done it out of the blue. He spent a whole day stabbing folk and then fucking. Then they decide, oh, we better take him in now. Quite astonishing. Independent reviewer of terrorism legislation annual report 2025 highlighted persistent risks from self-initiated actors employing knives and simple weapons. Employing them? Recommended improvements in early prevention, awareness campaigns, and community engagement to identify pre-incident indicators. Wow. Pre-incident indicators. I wonder if we've set off a few indicators tonight. Do you think in the past we've lit up a few indicators? I mean, quite incredible that. Do you know I mentioned in the past, Luke, they can take people out, but they take people out before they become a problem. So it's prevention, they call it. That's what this would appear to be. So I don't know, let's say, we seen what you tweeted online and it was terroristy. It was a bit Bin Laden-y. So we're gonna have to take you in. You're going straight to fucking Guantanamo Bay. Because you might be a threat. I know you've not done anything. No, it's alright, you've not done anything. But you might though. But you might. Because of the views that you've got. Because of the things that you've been saying. Because of the indicators you have lit up. We've had to come and knock on your door. We need to take you in now. Saying it like I've heard it before, right? I'm on day release currently. So we're all good. So yeah, that's a bit of a fucking concerning one, that. Because it won't be like, oh, we're only going to be scrutinizing people who might be terrorists. It's going to be each and every fucking person who's going to be deemed. And I said this before, we're all going to be deemed, if not now, but in the future, as a domestic threat, a domestic terrorist, simply for questioning the fucking narrative, the agenda. That's enough now to be deemed a domestic terrorist. If you don't comply with the agenda, you're against it. That's what they say. You've got to support it or you're against it. You're an anti-fucking government. You're an anti-vax. You're an anti-weather. You're anti every single thing they can think of, right? But of course, for the majority of people, it's concern. That's where it stems from. Genuine concern. Who'd have thought in the future, in this day and age, concern would be such a bad thing? You know? See, real concern puts us on it would put us on the right path, the right trajectory. Fake, false dreams puts us on a bad one. So the dream of going to, I don't know, fucking Pluto, Uranus. Yay, the dream! We're going to Mars. That's a false reality. That's not the dream. It should not be the dream. I've never heard anybody say that's their dream. I mean, maybe back in the days of the LSD. Not today, though. Not today. See, we're so far away from where we should actually fucking be. So that's an interesting one. And what I want to get is more information on the exercise that occurred, because there's not a drop of information out there in regards to the simulation that took place. So I'm hoping to find that out via the freedom of information request. But I also want to mention, I mean, this guy, by the sounds of it, again, not an expert, not a doctor, not fucking anything like that, but it sounds a bit like we're dealing with an individual who was seriously fucking unwell, mentally, seriously unwell. And I mean, in my eyes, that's not even an excuse. Do you know how people, oh, well, he was depressed, he was mentally ill, so he's not getting charged? Fuck that, man. That is not an excuse in my view. It's not. It's fucking not. It's not an excuse. I'm sorry. It's not. If you break the law, you fucking pay. If you do the crime, you do the time. And by all means, there's room for forgiveness after that. But if you do the crime, you do the fucking time, man. That's the way it should be. But it's not, of course, right? So are we going to have an incident here where the guy might actually fucking get a slap on the wrist and get away? Oh, well, he was mentally unstable. Yeah, because you fucking MK Ultra'd the dude. Again, we're quite limited on background history of the individual, but we'll get that. And we'll look at it for what it's worth anyway. But I want to show you as well some of the seemingly, and none of this has been confirmed as guarantee. And I guess I should say that with the whole fucking lot, to be fair. But we know that anyway, right? But seemingly he said, oh, he was quoted saying, these are witness quotes. They've got a knife. I've been stabbed. Witness Garvin said he heard on the train. So someone said that. Someone said they've got a knife. I've been stabbed. So I mean that would imply there's two people, right? That would surely that would imply two people. They've got a knife. Well, they. Not he's got a knife. They've got a knife. So was there two people? If there's two people, what they saying? One got up, two got apprehended, one got kept in, one got released. But going by what's being said here, two of them were involved in it. So why would you get released without charge when you could have been potentially, by the sounds of it, complicit in the crime? They've got a knife. I've been stabbed. I mean, if it's one guy, you're going to say he had a knife. He's got a knife. You wouldn't say they. You wouldn't. Kill me, kill me, kill me. Fuck, I said it 3 times. That's me. I'm done now. Got to do 3 Hail Marys. Turn around, touch the ground. Seemingly that's what he said. I think he was away to get apprehended then. And seemingly a taxi driver was hearing him saying, oh, kill me, kill me, kill me. So what is he on a suicide mission? I mean, strange, he went into the hairdressers and kind of waved the knife about. spoke a load of nonsense, and then went away again. He never tried to stab anybody. I mean, the guy's clearly, there's something not right. He's clearly not right in the head, man. So he was seemingly quoted saying, kill me, kill me, kill me. And I reckon that's just before he got apprehended. There was another one. Where did it go? I've not got it there. But he seemingly as well, and it's not, there's no real hard evidence that he did say this. But seemingly he said, while on the train, the devil won't win, or the devil won't beat me. Which is a bit like, well, so let's say he did say that. So on one hand, he's going about saying, look, the devil's not going to win, he's not going to beat me. Then 2 minutes later, he's going, kill me, kill me, kill me. It's very broken, confused, disjointed. Like the memoirs of a fucking schizophrenic. The devil's not gonna win. Fuck it, kill me. Or even like the memoirs of a guy who's possessed. Can we see the video? What time are we on? We'll go a wee bit longer yet. I think I've got the video when he got apprehended. Eventually. I mean, fucking hell. Honestly. Not right. Here we go.
This is the dramatic moment. A suspect is tasered and arrested by police officers following a horror train knife rampage last night. The video shows a man wearing all black being wrestled to the ground on the platform at Huntingdon station. A taxi driver who took the video said before the man was arrested, he was shouting, "Kill me, kill me, kill me," to the officers. One said he initially thought it was a Halloween prank before being left covered in blood. More than 30 armed officers were scrambled to the station with a major incident declared before the two arrests were made. Counter-terror cops were later confirmed to be involved in the ongoing investigation. Police also declared Plato, the national code word used by police and emergency services when responding to a marauding terror attack, before the declaration was later rescinded. The Prime Minister, Sir Keir Starmer, described the incident as deeply concerning. A marauding terror attack.
Right, we'll play that again. I want to see him getting arrested again.
This is the dramatic moment. A suspect is tasered and arrested by police officers following a horror train knife rampage last night. The video shows a man wearing all black being wrestled to the ground on the platform at Huntingdon station. A taxi driver who took the video said before the man was arrested, he was shouting, "Kill me, kill me, kill me," to the officers. One said he initially...
Yeah, I mean, it would appear quite a legit video. Would it appear also that he was tasered to the point of concussion? And I think he was well out of it when he was being arrested there. So yeah, it'll be interesting what way it goes now in terms of, is he going to be no comment? Is he going to go down the, oh, I'm not mentally stable route? Or is he going to be giving it fucking, I don't know, a la Akbar, go for the you-know-who's? I guess it'll depend on whatever way they want to take it now. But I think we've got a mixture of stuff going on here with this particular incident. And I think we could be looking at a bit of a kind of Manchurian candidate scenario, Patsy scenario. Am I saying nobody got hurt? I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that yet. I couldn't say either way on that currently. But in terms of red flags and indicators, let's say, of a orchestrated event, then yeah, they are there. There is indicators, there is red flags. So we keep an eye on it. That's kind of all we can do without kind of jumping the gun on making a decision. Do you know? We've got to kind of take it all in, get as much information as we can, raw information. So when you're local to one of these events, it's good to get in early and get as much as you can. Even if it was an interview off camera with someone involved in it, it might make it could be vital. Do you know, we don't seem to get any of that. People just run away. People just run, man. Would I in that situation? I don't know. If I was on my own, honestly, and it's probably stupid, but I don't think I would. I don't think I would run away. If I had my kids, I would certainly I would get them to safety first and foremost. The utmost priority would be their safety. But if it was just me, I don't know. See, I'm a bit silly in that way. And my curiosity would probably get the better of me. So they'd be like, right, he's got a knife. And I'll be like thinking, well, let me see. let me see what we're dealing with here, right? Rather than fuck that, I'm getting out of here. I mean, at the end of the day, you could be saving someone's life as well. Yeah, most people, to be fair, these days probably would. But I don't even think they done that. They just fucking bolted. I mean, what chance have we got when people just scurry? At the first fucking indication of trouble, gone. Of course, going by the official narrative, some people did help and they're being tagged heroes. But again, it's early. It's too early for me to be calling anybody a hero. I've been fooled too many times before. Too many times before. But yeah, probably Paul. You're right there. So what it did. Oh, there we go. There's the quote there. So one victim who confronted the attacker said these words were said by the attacker as the assault occurred. Do you want to die? That's what he was saying to people. Do you want to die? The devil's not going to win. I wonder who they're going to spin the blame on here. The devil's not going to win. Reported by one passenger who escaped by sliding down the train floor. Fucking hell. Fucking James Bond. Sliding like a little rat scurrying down the fucking the train floor. I mean, fuck me. Imagine even putting your name to that Oh yeah, you heard him saying that when I was fucking running out like a little rat. I mean, honestly, don't get me wrong. I would, if I had my kids with me there, I would have got them away, but I would have been tempted to go back. And if I was on my own, I probably would have went straight in to see what was going on, at least to assess the the situation. I mean, for all you know, you could have walked right up behind the guy, and you could have been able to just fucking kick him right in the spine, and it would have been over. You know. But yeah, a lot of people praising the police. I don't know how they can be. I don't know how they can be praising anybody. So that was some of the quotes that got said. So I wanted to find out more about the simulation that happened. In particular, one that happened seemingly occurred in March. The date, precise date, is what I want to know. My money's on March 22nd. So that's where I'm putting my money. If we get the information back, we'll find out. So not the name's not even out there, the name of the operation. So I want to get the name, I want to get the date. I want every detail in regards to it. So any briefing, any documentation, any post-exercise report, any changes that were any policy changes they came up with that might help, the cost, the location, any images, videos of the exercise, the legal basis for any reductions, so any reasoning as to why they can't release information. Because first and foremost here, right, the mainstream media came out and talked about this particular simulation. Again, this is not came from a conspiracy theorist, some dude in his fucking, I don't know, mum's shed somewhere or granny's attic. It's came from the media. And they've went ahead and ran with it with no details about it whatsoever. Not even the name, not even the correct date. So for all they know, it might not have even fucking happened. It might not have even happened, man. But everybody's just ran with it. So I'd imagine that it did happen, to be fair. So I want to get more on the one that occurred in March and the one that occurred seemingly a week before the incident happened, which is, I mean, if it is a week before, it wouldn't surprise me. Some people, they would call it a coincidence, but hey, it's not. I can guarantee you it's not. So we'll come away from there. We're going to just wrap it up. I don't want to go too late. And you might hear my cat snoring. She's snoring away. Quite the thing tonight. What a life it would be to be a cat, right? Just manicured all your days, fed whenever you want fed. Cat, she just has to look at me and I'm like, oh, she's wanting fed. You know, just does her own thing, sleeps and goes wherever she pleases. Ah, the joys. The joys. So let me think, when am I going to be back again? Let me think. I reckon, well, maybe even tomorrow night. Yeah, I know. Possibly tomorrow night. If not tomorrow night, it would be Monday. And I should have time on Monday and tomorrow. So, who knows, right? Look out for it. If in doubt, be about. And hopefully you'll get a notification, right? From the fucking YouTube people who censor and censor. What's that other thing they do again? Oh, yeah, censor. Shock horror. Shock horror, right? You can see the picture of the wee guy there who, I don't know, it was weird when I seen his image. I thought, fucking hell, I've seen him before. Fucking adamant I've seen him before. Sure of it, man. So I might have to look into that a wee bit more. Do you know, it's one of these things, and I'm quite good at, I recognise a face, because me and my wife will be watching a programme, and I'll be like, oh, look, they're in such and such, do you know, in the background. So I'm like spotting extras who have been in different things. So I can spot a face, even like when they're older, I'll be like, oh, he was in such and such when he was a kid. So I can kind of spot. And it was weird, man. I seen his image, his picture, and I thought, oh, fuck it, I've seen that guy before. Sure, I've seen him before. So I'm going to have to think about it. I'll not sleep now. Where the fuck did I see him? Fucking Crime Watch, probably. So I'll need to think about that. Maybe do a what's it called again? Image reverse search and see if I can find his face. Maybe he's an actor. Who knows, man? I wouldn't rule anything out. I mean, I don't think he is, but it's just a bit weird that I thought, fucking hell, wait a minute. I think I might have seen this guy before. And I think he's sitting there. He's got I think it might be an Everton t-shirt. Typical Evertonian. Typical Evertonian, right? Oh, my hand. But he's been deemed a hero. And like the very next day as well, it's not like, oh, we need to sort this out. It's a bit out of hand. What's happened to the UK? It's like, well, look, the guy's a hero. Hip hip hooray. And they done it even on 9/11 as well. Oh, 9/11 occurred. Oh, there's 10,000 people dead. That's what that was the original claim. But hey, forget that. Look at this guy. He survived. Well, he only survived due to being late for work because he stayed up watching Monday Night Football. And he's portrayed as like some kind of fucking hero while all these people are seemingly dead. Quite incredible. I was always astonished by the speed these so-called hero stories come out. And probably even that itself is a bit of a red flag, to be fair. So what are we saying? Let me jump in the chat. We can go a few more minutes before I shoot off. Am I walking the dog tonight? I don't know. It's been raining. He's been out already, so yeah, maybe not tonight. It depends how dry it is. Do you know? I don't mind it if it's wet, but if it's pissing a rain, I mean the dog doesn't care. And for me, to be honest, I'm used to it. I'm used to it. Usually working it. Being in Scotland. Rain, hey, if you hate the rain, you probably shouldn't stay in Scotland. You've somehow got to accept it. Be its friend. Take it under your wing, right? Be proud of it. Be grateful. Hail the rain. So yeah, I tend to just try and even like, because a lot of people, they won't, certain jobs you've got to do and it'll be raining. And some people, no, I'm not going out in that. I'm not working in that. But I mean, you get stuff waterproofs on and you just get on. Do you know? It's only fucking rain. It's only rain. Get it done. So good to see everyone. Oh, there's Joni in the chat. Good to see you, Joni Rotten, all the way in America. Hope you're doing well. And Ulick, if you're about, the old dog, the old Irish dog, Ulick. Here, boy. Here, boy. He's coming running through now. Ulick, his ears will be perking up. His tail will be wagging. Do you know my dog, when his tail wags and he's excited? Fucking hell. Honest to God, it's like a baseball bat. And he'll just like, everything gets knocked down off the table, just smash, smash, smash. And some people, when they've came round and to visit, it's like he tries to knock them down. Do you know, stick his head in their leg, like headbutt their leg, and try and knock them down. It's like testing how strong they are, just poof, and then whack them with the tail. It's quite funny, but he's a good dog. Yeah, not a bad word to say about him, to be fair. Ulick, on the other hand, different kettle of fish, right? He's a different kind of dog. Susan in the hood, or is it Suzanne? Susan, we'll go with that. Whoop, whoop, in the hood. I hope you're doing well. Good to see Paul as well. Paul and Sue. I hope you're doing good over in Ireland. If you ever started wagging his tail, I'll get video proof. Oh man, I don't know if I like the sound of that. I don't like the sound of that. I don't want to see that. No one wants to see that, right? Oh man, the image. Gonna have to burn that out my brain now. And we know, wait, what are we talking about here? A tail or something else? Are we talking about something else now? Chelster in the hood. Embrace the man-made weather. Yeah, I know, right? Hail it! Hail this fucking geoengineering! You must accept it! And also pay for it at the same time, right? Typical. Fucking story of my life, that. Ross as well, where did he go? All walk. I walk all weathers. No choice. I have Malamute Huskies. Malamute Huskies. Yeah, I think I know the ones you're talking about. They're cool, them, right? Oh, I bet they need walked all the time. I bet you've got a sledge as well. They just pull you on the sledge like a fucking Eskimo. Oh, man. I can imagine you in the winter. Yay. Yeah, I've always wondered if, do you know the Huskies in the summertime, do you need to shave their coat off, or are they not? I suppose if they're white, they wouldn't get too hot, maybe. See, it shows you how little I know. But I've always kind of thought, because you know how sheep they'll get sheared in the summer. The dogs get it as well. I know my dog, that he casts like a fucking hairdresser's barber. It's bloody annoying. Get a dog, they said. It'll be great. It'll be great. Yeah, hey, it's been great. And they become family. They certainly do. And everybody loves the dog. So he's well loved, and he shows it. But he can be a wee bugger when he wants to. He can be. So good to see Ross in the hood. Oh, they likes walk. I have harness. Yeah, I used to use the harness, but now I don't. He was trying to take advantage on the harness. Do you know? He'll try and pull that wee bit more. Which with me, it's not so bad. But if my wife has to walk him, yeah, you'll chance it with a harness. So better on the collar, and he doesn't then. Do you know? Because you'll fucking yank him at the throat. just snap his fucking neck, basically. Just come here. So he knows. He's kind of figured out that if he gets the harness on, he can pull a bit more. But when he's got the collar, he's like, nah, fuck that. I'm not getting strangled again. So he's been learning, and he is a good dog. Sue as well. Good to see you, Sue. I think Sue and Paul are going live now. Is that what you said? So Paul can put the link in. Good man, Paul. Oh, is that it there? Is that you going live? Or is that Joni? I think Joni said she was going live. In fact, I've not seen Joni live in ages. She's been arrested again. I don't know if I should tell people. I don't know. We're giving it away now, right? Nah, she's not. I'm joking. Am I though? Maybe I'm telling the truth. I mean, what do I know? Maybe she did get arrested. We're starting rumours now, right? Ulix disappeared and Joni's just been released from prison, from cell block H. Hey, we'll all be there soon. So don't worry. Don't worry, we'll meet you there, right? So good to see everyone. Yeah, hopefully maybe tomorrow night. Failing that, it will be Monday or Tuesday. So yeah, good to see everyone. And keep your wits about you, wherever you are. It's a fucking jungle out there. It's a jungle! And it is. It is, man. Honestly, keep your guard up. Don't be fooled. Don't be easily led astray. Just keep going. Stay strong. No fear. That's the way it's got to be. No matter what they do, no matter what they pull, we keep going. You've got to. It's the only option. There is no other option, man. There isn't. Excuse me. It's the only option, right? Oh, Amber as well. Good to see you, Amber. Never mind tomorrow. Fucking tonight. All time tomorrow, yeah. You'll get live tonight, right? You'll entertain me until I'm sleeping. But yeah, it's always good to jump in on other people's live streams and just ruin it. Ruin it completely in the chat, right? Guaranteed to bring it down a level or two. Guaranteed, right? Just me, probably. Yeah, great to hear from you. I hope you and Ulick are doing well in the family and the wee duckies. The duckies, right? Fantastic. Great stuff. So I reckon Friday or Monday or Tuesday. I'm trying to find a song. A song. I'm trying to find a song. That'll. I don't know, man. I can never pick when it comes to picking something to watch or music to put on. Fucking hell. Too many choices, man. Do you know? Too many. Getting old. Getting old. Shock horror. Certainly not getting any younger. That would be a bit fucking worrying. He's getting younger now. What did that happen? One of the animated cartoons. Oh, it was Inside Job. So the guy takes some sort of, I don't know, stem cell fucking drug because he wants to be younger. And it works for a wee bit, but then he starts getting even younger and it turns into a wee baby. He turns into a wee baby. Oh man, it's hilarious. Inside Job. I think it's still on Devil Netflix as well. But it's comical. It is funny, to be fair. So yeah, I reckon probably when I get a chance, Friday or after the weekend. And then I think the week after that, I'm going to be on Ragnar, Iron, Spear, Chucker. So I'll make sure I share that, right? And I'm hoping to hear back from John Waters as well. And I'm hoping to maybe speak to John next week, but it likely won't be on live stream. It'll be pre-record, and it'll be it's going to be me, and I'll have a wee sidekick as well. Sensum, of course, the old dog. So that'll be interesting. I look forward to that, and I'm hoping to get more people on. Maybe we can get Joni on again. That would be great, and anybody else that we reckon might be worth getting on. Hey, we'll do it, right? Why not? Why not? So, yeah, I don't know, still. Fuck it. Better the devil, you know. So, yeah, like I say, no fear. Get out there. Do what you need to do. Don't let anybody get in your way. Nobody! Nobody. Not a soul gets in your way. And like I always say, no matter what, no matter where, do not comply. And that is about it. Bye-bye.
Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3.